Um, this is just sort of a heads up more than anything because I obviously, I care about everybody here, everybody on the planet. That means everything that's living in spirit. That means the birds, the ducks, the geese, the dolphins, the whales, the wolves, the bears, everything in nature. Okay? It's not like everything in nature is not aware of what's going on the planet right now. They are all very aware of what's happening. Okay? So I got hit with a demonic attack about 30 minutes ago. A woman who basically barged in here and realized there's a lot of demons in this town, and of course, it's why I'm here, even though I'm headed towards bear country where there are much greater numbers. But I was reminded about 10 minutes ago by watching the Indoctrination channel. And in some ways, it's the guy that does that. His name is Dave Snedeker. They do a very good job of sort of connecting all the dots, putting the Q stuff together, sort of realizing that there's no way that the light, if you will, is not really in charge, because if you're in a state of peace, anybody that knows what it means to be in a state of peace, you're running high-speed electromagnetic energy. Peace is 600 million hertz. That's a high-speed wave. That's outside time. Okay? So when you're in a state of peace, that's the singularity, the single point between the two. Okay? So that essentially means that when you're in a state of peace, when you're wargaming, they've already lost, because you're always one step ahead in the looking glass of what all the possibilities are. So when you're playing chess or playing a war game against an aggressor, they're running a lower speed wave than you are. Okay? So the difference between the two means that they don't occupy the same frame rate speed where you're really at. See, our true selves are outside time. They're inside the clock. They're not outside the clock. They don't have access to our true selves. We use these units to communicate to others with. Okay? Because we have a core frequency identity that comes down here. Okay? Much like you saw in the Matrix, when they were in their ship, if you will, and then they plug in. It's like zip. They remember the phone booth? And they go into the Matrix. Remember the information field, the data field. All the data that we have access to that is being run by their artificial intelligence, their supercomputers. Okay? And then we have Mother Nature. It's got her own motherboard. So when you're connected to the great living spirit of Mother Earth and grounded to her in spirit, okay, you're a powerful lighthouse with her. So one of the things that he mentioned to his audience, which was about 800 or 900 people, was the importance, because let's face it, what we're talking about here is demons, black witches, sorcerers, okay, dark wizards, ghoulies that know they're going down. They are going to be fighting for everything they possibly can, because they know it's over. It's over. And that's why they're doing what they're doing. Remember when President Kennedy talked about infiltration? They're in the post office, they're in the fire department, they're in the police department. They work in every bureaucratic institution, from the local to the state to the federal level. It's a demonic infestation. Okay? So that means that as they're being flushed out and more light is in here, and they realize that they're going down, okay? If you haven't noticed it, because I certainly have in all my travels, there's been an increase in the amount of demons that I've been able to detect in all the places that I've gone. Because I was here in Medford, Oregon back in June. And there was a lot less here then than there is now. Because your sensors are picking them up because of the energy that they represent. Just like the woman who just barged right on into my room. Okay? So I could tell that by her behavior, the woman was possessed. Okay? And they're all over here. So the reason that I say that is this is a time, like I've always said, that you want to get your Merkaba up, spinning at a high rate of speed, okay, so that you have a powerful magnetic shield. Because don't think they're not going to be performing as many satanic rituals as they possibly can using the alchemy that they know how to do that, okay, in order to change the state of consciousness in which we're under attack, okay, which is thought form attack, okay. They know how to do that. So you want to have a strong magnetic light shield, which is doing the inner work, increasing the speed of your Merkaba, and being grounded. For those that are unfamiliar with this, it simply means take your shoes off, go hug a tree, pick up some electrons, increase the power of the light, okay? Take your shoes off, go spend some time in a park underneath the tree with your shoes off. Have a communication, talk to the tree. That tree can hear you. That tree can pick up on everything that you're experiencing. Can experience your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions. Okay? I love being with trees. So, anyway, I say that because I realize that, as I mentioned before, this is heading into a critical time. This is the final dance with the devil, as they say. Okay? Even though the devil knows that it lost because it's very aware of how much light is in here. Okay? It's not like they don't know because they know. So they already know that they lost. But they're going to do everything they possibly can. Demons don't surrender. Okay? A psychopath is not going to surrender. That's the unfortunate part about it. So anyway, this is where the military, those that work in those jobs, and light workers and light warriors that do this work, okay, are going to remove these beings. So anyway, that's the good news. But on a personal level, it is a very good idea to keep your pH up, okay? Keep yourself grounded. Try and have, as best you can, a grounded relationship with the girl on the planet, and everything will be just fine, okay? Maintaining a state of peace. You know? Your heart will. Your heart will. I knew as a little boy, all you gotta do is stay in your heart. Spin that Merkaba like crazy. When you're in a spiritual war, everything's going to be just fine. We are more powerful than they are, and they know that. Okay? So get that Merkaba spinning like a top. Anyway, have a good night. We won this. Donald Trump won this election. Okay? The light knows that. They know that. They're simply trying to delay, essentially, the inevitable. Okay? They know he won. We know he won. Okay? But what do you think a psychopathic liar is going to do? Exactly what you expect them to do. Okay? Behavioral correction? Really? Don't think I haven't thought about how we could do that. How to convert a demon into a light warrior, right? Anyway, have a good night. Bye now.